Hi,
Hey, what's yappening, yappers?
And here's one for Zach. Woo, 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 woo.
That's for you, Zachy Poo.
Yeah, he's finally home. We have his urn here, and it's a beautiful urn. A lot of respect towards I don't know exactly the name of the animal hospital here in the city, but it's the one that's on York Avenue and 62nd. It's a great animal hospital. Yes, it's a little expensive, but they take good care of you
It's worth it.
during and after. So thank you. And I feel a lot better now that I have him here, you know.
Good.
I still cry.
Sometimes it's that comfort of just having their spirit back home.
Yeah, and I have his paw print over there too, so it's nice to see that as well.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of him here. But yeah, so Jen just came back from Brazil.
I did. That's why we haven't recorded in the last...
It's only been like a week since like our scheduled routine, you
Yeah,
know?
so we're a week behind, but we're back. And yeah, Brazil was freaking awesome. It was a while since I went and saw my family. And so I just stayed at my grandma's house in Minas Gerais and Portugal, which is like, you know, the country.
I think everything is the country. Where my family is in Portugal, it's country too. If you're not in the city center, outside of the city center is definitely country.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, that's literally how it is. But I did spend my last 2 nights in São Paulo in the city because my cousin lives there.
Nice.
And it was so fun. Cannot wait to go back. I had the energy in Brazil is just so unmatched. Everyone in the street together. And I'll show you the video later, but it's like,
party.
people are like, oh, I forgot who I was showing. Like, oh, was there like something going on? I was like, that was literally just a Saturday night. These guys are like shirtless, filled with glitter.
Well, because it's also summer there right now, right? Because it's below the
It's
equator.
yeah. So it's just, you see how we're getting into winter, they're getting into summer. So, but the weather was nice. It did get a bit chilly at night. Nothing like crazy. I just wore a little sweater. But in my parents' hometown, it rains there a lot. Oh. It rained so much, and the rain was crazy.
So it's like one of those tropic storms.
Yeah, the rain was insane. And they're like, yeah, this is the time. Like, they're like, your mom always comes when it's rainy season. And I'm like,
she probably likes it.
What the fuck? I hate it. She doesn't. I get it, because my mom also hates when it's really, really hot. She complains.
Yeah, because it's unbearable. Like even here in the summer, because of the humidity. I don't know if it's humid.
That's what she said. The humidity there, because it rains there a lot too, so it's very humid.
Yeah.
But this time she got keratin treatment on her hairs. The humidity was not a problem for my mom this time. That's why she was complaining before, because she was like, I just got because my grandma owns a salon there. And my aunt works there and stuff. So my mom would get her hair done. And she was like, the second I would step out of the salon, it's just poof. But yeah, my hair gets pretty frizzy too.
Me too. Curly hair
what
problems.
Is that?
What?
No,
outside the window? Scaffoldings. I have scaffoldings now.
It's like, I guess it's a balloon or something. I don't know. There was a deflated balloon. Well, anyways, how was your week, Mar?
Well, last week I was doomed. I got the common cold. You know, that's the
goddamn common cold.
It's because this weather, it's like one day it's nice, one day it's cold, and
it's horrible.
It snowed the other day. I'm like,
no, that day was freezing. That day it was like 30 degrees. And then the next day it was like 60, and you're like, what the fuck?
And this is how you get sick. And
yeah.
I shit you not, I think I got sick from that snowstorm.
Yeah.
Because it happened last week. First it started with my throat burning. Yeah. I said, oh my God, I couldn't even sleep. And then now I'm at that phase where it's that nasty mucus. I hate it. I just hate being sick.
That's it's leaving your body.
I always thought it was the opposite. I thought that when the mucus turned yellow and all that stuff, or green, that was your body getting worse. But then I Googled it, and it's telling me that after the sore throat, sometimes you develop a cough. During the coughing stage, then you have green, yellow mucus, and that's just your body getting rid of the mild infection that you had. And I'm over here like, what? I feel like this is the opposite. I feel like I should have got the mucus first, then the sore throat, then all this stuff, you know?
No, it literally, the mucus is obviously when it's green or yellow, that means you have an infection. If you have clear mucus, you're fine. But if it's green or yellow, you got an infection.
It's like a mixture of both. Like,
yeah, girl, there's some color there.
In the morning, it's like that. At night, I sleep fine. I wake up, I'm like looking this nasty color. And then eventually throughout the day, it's fine. It's clear. Sometimes it's a mixture of a little yellow, but it's fine.
It's a little, so you're not like terribly sick. Cause I know if that shit is bright green, your ass needs antibiotics
No,
ASAP.
no, it's yellow green.
But you have like a little infection then, but it's passing through.
I don't feel any tightness on my chest though. It's just mainly my throat.
Yeah.
Like my nose is fine. There was one point where my ears were ringing and I'm like, oh fuck, I have a head cold. Man, I hate this time of the year.
I know. I just hate winter.
Me too.
I love fall. I love spring. I love summer. I hate winter.
People who are not born here or like from New York State who've never experienced snow, they're like, I love the snow. It's so beautiful. And I'm like,
snow.
I hate driving in it. I hate cleaning it. I hate this about it. I hate that.
It's just disgusting in New York City. Disgusting. It's so nice to look out your window and see snow and you're like, wow, so pretty. But then a second later, you're like, oh.
Yeah, the streets are disgusting.
Now it's going to be disgusting.
Yeah, the streets are disgusting. People are driving it. The only time that it's really nice is when you're walking in Central Park or any park.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or like if you're upstate and staying in a little. I actually want to do that. I haven't done that.
Go to Vermont.
I did do, actually, okay, so I did do that last year. I went skiing in Vermont. That was actually, okay. Yeah, I want to do that again then. I want to get a house with my friends. I'm like, wait, I want to do it again. I want to get a house with my friends, do like the whole skiing, snowboarding thing. But I can only do skiing for one day. I feel like multiple days. And listen, I do work out. Okay, I would say that I'm not weak. But after one day, the next day, your body is just shot.
Where is my boyfriend for this conversation? My boyfriend can do it for 3 days nonstop, but his body's so used to it.
Yeah,
and also he has a pass. He has the Icon pass. So to him, it's worth him. And he doesn't have to pay for it because he already paid for it.
Yeah.
It's expensive, especially if you don't have the equipment and you have to rent it those 3 days, 2 days, whatever. Like, I'm with you. 1 day's fine.
Yeah.
I won't go the next day, but maybe I'll go that third day because my body's resting. But yeah, you're absolutely right. That thing does take a toll on your body, like your knees, your ass, because you're falling.
Oh my! Not even that, but like you're squatting basically, kind of the whole time.
Yeah.
So I just remember my ass being on fire the next day.
I got one of those. So you'll see sometimes people have like a turtle on their back. So if they fall, they just fall on the turtle.
Oh, that's cute.
I got one where it's padding inside your pants. It's padding inside the pants, so you can't see that there's cushion already. It just makes you look like you have a fat ass.
I see kids with like little.
No, you see adults too. Come on. But now, because they have it inside the pants, it's just like an extra padding. So if you ever see people with a fat ass and shit, don't think that it's their
damn
actual.
Girl, you got a fat ass.
It's padding. So when she falls or he falls on his ass, it's just less damage to the booty. But yeah, nope. Forget about winter. I was born in the winter, but not my season.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's a terrible season.
Talking about terrible things and horrible things, our topic.
Oh,
not
yeah.
horrible, I'm just kidding, but...
No, it's not horrible because a lot of people go through with this, right?
Many people.
Even ourselves. Not everything, but even we go through it. So Jen and I are going to be talking a little bit about mental health and how it affects everyone in some way. And I mean everyone without you realizing it
Big
or
or
even
small.
knowing. I mean, I think a lot of people go through anxiety. I want to say that's number one.
Yeah.
It's small forms, big forms, every day, if not, but anxiety does take up a lot of our time and space. And you can be going through, I don't know, like anxiety is crazy. You didn't even know you had anxiety. Like you didn't even know that was a thing growing up until, like for me, I didn't know I had anxiety until I started smoking weed.
Anxiety
keeps on trying me.
I actually hate that song.
Me too.
But no, I know I didn't have anxiety for the longest. I didn't even know what anxiety was either. But I remember growing up when I would smoke weed, I did feel a little bit of anxiety, but I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Now people who smoked weed for a while get anxiety smoking weed.
Yeah. I mean, your body changes, things happen, but yeah, I get a lot of anxiety. And there's also different things that can cause anxiety that make you get anxiety later on. It could be, major events that
Yeah,
has happened
triggers.
in your life, right? It could be
That's another thing,
be from
PTSD.
right? It could be trauma, right? Trauma can cause anxiety. A lot of these mental health, disclaimer: me and Mariana are not doctors.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're just talking about like our
We're talking
experiences,
about what we know and what we've been through,
and also friends that opened up to us about
right?
things that they've gone
Right.
through and what we've just seen, like even our parents, like even like family members or things like that. Because everybody goes through it.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, like, back in the day, you weren't allowed to have anxiety. It was not a thing, like our parents' time. And then before that, you're just being like depression. Like, no, you're just being lazy,
That's
right?
not a
That's what
thing,
they
yeah.
said. You're being lazy.
My mom definitely suffers through depression because of her divorce with my dad and the things that she's been through with my dad. And, she's not the only woman in this world that suffers through this too. There are a lot of women and men who go through relationship issues and traumatic things and they have depression. Even like during pregnancy, there's prenatal depression, there's
Postpartum.
postpartum, like many different forms of depression. And like Jen said, you weren't allowed to talk about that. You were like shunned for it.
Or not even shunned. Like, people didn't really know.
Mm-hmm.
Like my mom says that she would describe the way that she was after pregnancy and even during pregnancy. She just hated the world. She was like, I was so depressed. And she was like, I didn't even know what postpartum depression was.
Yeah.
I thought something was literally wrong with me. And I was like, well, something was wrong with you. You had postpartum. And thankfully you got out of it. But a lot of people, they don't.
Some people don't want to hold their baby. Some people run away.
Yeah.
Like I've read a lot of stories about people going through postpartum and they see their baby and they're really happy during their pregnancy, but then once they have the baby and they look at the baby, they're like, oh, get that thing away from me. I don't want nothing to do with it. And then sometimes they just abandon their children.
Yeah. I mean, even divorce is high.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Right after, because, obviously certain changes happen in your whole lifestyle, of course, but, even yourself. Things can change with yourself. Like
I said, my mom still to this day, she doesn't have hate towards my dad, but she came to the States with my dad and had this whole elaborate depiction of what her life would be with my dad forever and ever. And now that she's not with him anymore, she's alone. She chooses to be alone, but she also is mentally so fucked up in the head because of my dad that she's scared to have another relationship because she's worried that it's going to happen again.
Trauma.
Exactly. And, some people seek therapy, some don't. And that's also a generational thing. Like our generation believes in therapy. We're more open about it. But I want to say like boomers, our parents, some of them are open to it, but not all of them. It's really hard to get into their brains that like maybe you should see a therapist for your mental health issues or whatever you're going through, just to talk to somebody,
Yeah. My mom saw a therapist before my sister passed away. She was talking to her because, like, with dealing with a child with addiction is obviously hard in itself. And then after they pass, it's still hard, but a different type of horror you have to feel, if that makes any sense. But thankfully, actually, it's very taboo or, frowned upon therapy in a lot of different cultures, like South American cultures.
Some European cultures too.
Yeah, in many different cultures, it's just like frowned upon, like you said. But thankfully, growing up, my mom didn't see it that way. Like I remember going to therapy when I was younger, going to anger management.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing.
Child.
Anger management is also another form of mental health because you're just angry with everything and you just take out your anger on all this stuff, right? Because you're just holding in so much,
Yeah.
It's crazy, though. Another thing, so prior to Jed and I starting the podcast today, like our topic, we were talking about insomnia being one of the topics as well. And Jen, you were about to say something, but I cut you off.
Yeah, I didn't know that insomnia was a form of mental health. Like, I guess there's so many things but now I'm putting two and two together. Like, I'm like, okay, I don't really know the exact definition of insomnia, but I know it's like if you just can't sleep.
It says here that it's difficult sleeping. You have a lot of thoughts racing through your head, and it could also be stress.
Okay, so yes, then I suffer from insomnia. It takes me so long to fall asleep. Well, usually when I'm asleep, I stay asleep, so that's not really my issue, staying asleep, but getting to sleep. My mind is fucking running for hours. Like I will be laying in, like the other night, Thursday night, I slept over at my parents' house because I needed to. No, it was Friday night. I slept over because I had the baby shower the next day and I had to
And you
wake
need
up
the
early
car.
and needed the car. Whatever. I went to bed I was in bed by like 11:30, and I remember getting up to peak and I haven't felt asleep yet at that point. It was 2 o'clock in the morning that I was trying. I tried, if it was 2 hours and a half of me trying to fall asleep and I couldn't fall asleep because my mind just kept racing. I felt anxious about like, I don't even know. I would think about work. I'd think about my relationship. I'd think about this, think about that. Like I'm thinking about everything. Like, why do I find the need to think about this shit right now when I'm sleeping, when I'm trying to sleep? And I try and do different things, clear my mind. It's like breathing, breathe in, breathe out, counting, like fucking counting sheep and all that bullshit. I tried and it didn't work. And I just felt, I don't know. It's so frustrating. It is so fun because you wake up in a bad mood and
Yeah, because you're not sleeping enough hours. You ever think about doing melatonin?
yeah, yes, I guess. But
What do you mean, I guess? That's what a lot of people do when they have insomnia. It actually helps sometimes.
I know, but for melatonin or any type of sleeping aid to work, it doesn't work automatically. You have to constantly use it.
Oh, like adapt to it?
Yeah, you have to like use it for a good like few weeks or something, and then your body starts like it's not like, oh, let me just take some melatonin tonight. Like it's not gonna work.
You think so?
Yeah, someone told me that.
My boyfriend suffered from insomnia for a bit, and I gave him melatonin. He took it one time. I don't know if the brand was good, but it worked wonders for him, and he went to bed like no big deal. But the problem with him was he doesn't take it every day. So
Mhm.
maybe you're right. I don't know. I personally don't suffer from insomnia. I sleep like a baby. I usually am scrolling on my phone, and then in 2 seconds I'm out like lights.
I wish.
But I've never had an issue with sleeping. My main issue was always anxiety. Also, I had a hair pulling disorder as well. I guess it's like OCD in a way,
Mhm.
where I was constantly pulling my hair, not to the point of going bald in that
Mhm.
spot, but there were moments where I was like pulling a hair strand and then looking at it and then pulling another one and then another one.
Is that considered OCD or is that considered like because you're anxious because you're anxiety?
I don't know. I feel like
Mm.
I want to say it's more OCD because it's like you're obsessing over doing this one thing. Same thing with like hoarding. You're like obsessed with keeping all this stuff and because you don't want to get rid of it. There's like
Oh
a
my God,
bunch
do you
of
remember that show on
yes.
TLC?
Yes, 100%. Yes.
God, it scared the shit out of me. I would call my mom a hoarder. It's not obviously not that bad, but she'd like
But that
shit.
is another form of mental health.
No,
like your
yeah.
OCD. There are people who have to open and close the door a bunch of times or like do something
Yeah.
continuously.
That'd be like, wait, I literally have to do it 4 times before I move on or like leave.
I mean, I thought my mom had OCD too because she was just a clean freak. But
Mhm.
I don't think that's OCD. I think that's just like cleanliness in its own. Like you want things to just
Yeah.
be clean environment, But growing up, I'm like, you have OCD, mom. You have.
Well, that's us being children. You're like, you're crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy. Like, I thought for the longest she was crazy because she would make me take my shoes off in the house. And none of my other friends did that in their house. I would just walk in. And then as I got older, I realized, it's a cultural thing. Like, most Americans don't do that. But outside of America, you take your shoes off before you come in because you're bringing dirt and the trash from outside.
Yeah. I mean, at my apartment, I take off my shoes at my apartment. And it's funny, I never had to do that in my house growing up. It wasn't really a thing.
But you live in Manhattan now. It's dirty out there.
Yeah, but I just kind of got into that where it's like, please take your shoes off. But I mean, it's a small apartment, but also I'm just like,
It's dirty outside.
it's dirty.
There's homeless people pissing.
And I have a rug.
Yeah, gross. I feel you. Another common mental health is also bipolar disorder. A lot of people had that. My sister growing up was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. She found out when she did a test once and she didn't realize. You kind of don't realize when you have bipolar. You just think it's mood swings based off of like, your hormones or whatever. And that could be the case, right? Especially us women. we go through so much with our body. You know, we have our menstrual cycle, we have our preparing for our menstrual cycle, and then the effects afterwards.
Well, yeah, we have like 4 different, we're 4 different people throughout the month.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 4 different people throughout the month.
Every week is a new person.
Right now, I'm in that era of the month where I'm really tired and every little thing is irritating me. I hate everyone. And I just want to eat a bunch of food and go to sleep. So that's my era right now.
Yeah.
So watch the fuck out. Get out of my face.
Get the fuck out of my way.
Get the fuck out of my face.
But, you know, but there are people who are diagnosed with bipolar disorder. There are people who are a little bit more severe than that, you know?
Isn't there also, there's like another disorder that it's about mood swings during your period, but it's like super duper extreme. Hold on.
What is it, PMS?
Yes, it's PMS, but no, like it's a different.
I had a guy one time tell me, does PMS stand for piss man syndrome? And I'm like,
yeah, because men are fucking dumb.
I'm like, no. I'm like, yes, but no. Actually, let's reverse that. Yes, but no, that's not what it means.
Do you ever think what it would be like to be a man one day? Just to know what goes through their head?
They just want to fuck everything. I want to stick my hole in this and I want to stick my hole in that. And, oh, I'm excited. This hot chick just walked by. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm exaggerating a little bit here, but like, I'm sorry if I'm exaggerating a little bit here, but I just feel like, okay, guys do go through their own mental issues as well.
No, 100%.
We have friends.
Mental disorders are not biased by sex, or not
biased towards sex. Yes. Or whatever your gender is.
They'll catch you no matter who you are.
Yeah, 100%. It doesn't matter. I just personally think sometimes a man's life is a little bit more easier than a woman's life, especially when it comes
100%.
to economy and just, especially if you're a white man, I just feel like your life is just a little bit more easier. Like, you know, like I'm just pointing out the statistics there and what every New York Times article or Washington Post or Business Insider, or like, I just think a man's life is a lot more easier than a woman's.
Yeah, also because you don't have 4 different phases a month. Like your hormones are stable throughout the month. You don't go through these cycles like we do. Our hormones throughout the month are always changing, which makes us feel fucking crazy.
And yeah, some guys have to deal with even more crazier girls and women in their life, you know, because there are crazies out there.
Oh, I found it. Okay, so the condition where the PMS is so bad, and it's debilitating, it's called premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD. It's a severe form of premenstrual syndrome that involves intense mood-related symptoms such as severe irritability, anxiety, or depression in addition to physical ones, and it can significantly impair your daily life. That's like
I didn't know that.
Extreme PMDD. That's what it's called. I feel like I have that.
Probably.
Honestly, I really feel like everything I just told you I feel. I'm like irritability, anxiety, depression. I'm like, I'm feeling all of that recently.
These symptoms are definitely me. Thanks, Google or ChatGPT. Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, my period, I feel crazy sometimes before my period comes where I'm like, Jen, you need to fucking relax. I have to tell myself, but I'm like, I get so irritable.
Yeah, you can't help it. It's your hormones.
I just want to kill everyone.
You know, I don't know how common this mental disorder is, but schizophrenia.
I feel like that's the scariest one to me.
Really? You don't think multiple personality disorder is? They're kind of hand in hand. Except multiple personality disorder is like from what I've seen on TV shows and what I've read on my research is you change into this person, like you believe. Whereas like schizophrenia is your mind talking to you.
Exactly. That's fucking scary. I think that's scarier. What do you think is scarier?
I think they go hand in hand because I don't want to. I personally, if I was going
if you had to choose one, which would you be?
I mean, I don't want any of them. But if my mind went that way, I don't know. I just think they're okay. I could probably agree with you. voices talking to me and telling me
To do things.
to do things, or
That's like severe schizophrenia, though,
or
right?
the world's coming after me, or they're coming. Like there are people who are like
Johnny Darko.
They're coming after me, and I'm like,
I killed him because they said I had to. Who the fuck is they? Who told you to kill them?
That's what I'm saying.
But that's like extreme. But there are people that we talk to on a daily basis, and we not even know that they're schizophrenic, or they have BPD or multiple personality disorder. But a lot of people have it under control. They have medications, and they're able to just live their life.
But they're open about it. So recently, I was telling Jen a story how one of my coworkers, his friend came in, and he is diagnosed with schizophrenia. And I was a little curious because I normally don't run into people who have schizophrenia. So I'm like, okay, this is my chance, since I'm doing this podcast topic, to figure out a little bit more than just like reading research. And so he's medicated.
Yeah.
He told me the medication he's on. I don't remember, because you know how medicine is. They're like very like technical. And I asked him, so like, how did you realize that you were schizophrenic? And he told me, well, I realized it when I was hearing these voices in my head.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
And I said, well, how old were you? And he told me, he was 13, 14 years old. And there would also be times where he would be hanging out with his friends, and some person would walk by, and he would make the comment, did you just see that person walk by? And his friends would be like, who just walked by? And then,
oh my God, so you also see things.
So he would play it off that he didn't see it because he didn't want to freak them out, and he didn't want to freak himself out.
You're like, who the fuck is that? And they're like, who?
And then, yeah, exactly. That's exactly how he explained it. And then that's when he realized, I think I have something going on, and I need to figure out what's going on.
Shit, that's so scary.
100%. Like, even in the movies, like Johnny Darko, and
we should like bring a schizophrenic,
or like someone with multiple personality disorder. I think people with multiple personality disorder are very interesting, though, because they could be talking to you who they are, who they believe they are, and then next thing you know, they're not that person anymore. They're like, and they come up with their own different name, whole different persona.
I mean, that movie Split?
Yes.
I mean, that's extreme, though.
He becomes a beast. That's crazy. He like kills people and stuff. Like, that's extreme.
Yeah, no, that's like an extreme case.
But there's also a TV show. I don't remember the TV show, but where they're not making fun of it, but it's a comic TV show where some lady has multiple personality disorder, and she has 5 different characters. She turns into each of these characters, but her family is aware of it. So they just play along with it. Because she's not doing any harm. She just has these... One day she's a guy, but she's a woman, but she has a personality of a man. She has a personality of a doctor, or whatever the case is. I forget the name of the show.
I wish I had a personality of a man.
But it's just crazy. And then the number one, not only is anxiety number one, like the most common, but so is ADD and ADHD.
Got that one too. Look at me, lucky me. I shriked out.
Everyone's got it in some form. In some form, they do, right? Most of my friends, including Jen, has ADD or ADHD. Even my boyfriend. The minute I met him, he's telling me one story, then all of a sudden he's switching the topic and talking about another thing, and he just couldn't keep focus. And I looked at him and I said, do you have ADHD or do you have ADD? And he stops, looks at me and goes, how'd you know?
It's like, it's pretty obvious. The signs are there.
I've been around so many people. My best friend growing up has it. So does our other friend have it. It's just so around me that I feel like I have it at this point because I'm so surrounded by it.
I can't wait to get back on health insurance so I can get more Adderall.
Oh.
Because I need a prescription.
Because I didn't need it.
It's fun. It's just like I need, like,
I didn't need it, so it was fun.
I feel the difference where I'm like, it's just like, it really is life-changing for someone who has it.
Oh, yes, for someone who has it.
I'm chilling without it, but I just know work would be easier. Not easier, but keeping track of shit, like organized, simple tasks. Obviously I lie on my resume. I'm organized. No, I'm organized on Adderall.
Time out. Everyone lies on their resume to get a job.
No, I know. But like, organization is one of my skills. No, it's not. That one's a definite lie. I am not organized unless I have medication.
Well, there's other medications too. Some people have Adderall. Some people have Ritalin.
Oh yeah, and then there's There's so many different types, like Vyvanse, and then there's extended release, and then the instant one. I don't like extended. I like the instant ones. I want instant gratification.
It just depends on how severe your ADD is.
No, yeah. I mean, there's also people who've been taking it since they're children. Like, I didn't realize. I mean, I definitely knew. My mom even knew I had ADHD since I was a kid, but she was like, "Whatever, I'm not getting you medicated." But there are people who start getting medicated
but
when
that's
they're young.
good, though, because my boyfriend wasn't medicated ever. He handles it quite well. He'll have his moments. You know, everyone has their moments, but doesn't medicate, handles it really well. There are some kids who their parents put them on medication.
Right.
And once they turned 18, they said, fuck that shit. I can deal without it. We also have a friend that did that.
Right. That's like the opposite. I mean, I have one of my friends who's been on it since he was a child, and he literally cannot function without it.
I also have a friend that
literally he'll go without it for like a few days. He's like, "Do you know anyone that I can get it from?" I'm like, "I'm sorry,
I have a
right
friend
now I do not."
Same thing. Since little, has always been medicated. Still is medicated. If she can't afford it at the time, she struggles really bad with it. But she knows she needs it. There's just some people who need it. Some people who can live day to day without it and can handle it just a little bit better.
Yeah, I just don't want to handle it anymore. Like I need to get back. I need to get into. I'm actually going to be applying for. There's a deadline for health insurance with my job, so I definitely need to.
Yeah, get on that.
Do that. I know. There's just so many choices. Like, I don't know. Why is health insurance so confusing? Like, I don't even know which one I need to get. Like, I don't have any like disease. Like, well, yeah, I have ADHD. I don't have anything like I'm not going to die. Like, I don't have a terminal illness. So my health insurance shouldn't be that expensive, and I could get a basic one, but God forbid something happens, then I have to, I don't know. Mariana, I don't know.
Or you could go to the government. They can do it for you. Decide.
But there's so many, but the thing is, like, it's kind of going to be the same with my job. They give me like $500 or something for my health insurance, and then I
pay the rest.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to do that. But there's just all these, I don't know. But my friend who I work with, she's knows insurance like the back of her hand. So we're going to sit down one day and she's going to tell me which one is the best one for me.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes you kind of need that.
Because I just got blood tests done in Brazil. I went to the doctor and I got all my blood tests done. I am for sure lactose intolerant.
We knew that all the time.
I know, but I never took a legit test for it.
No, but you knew that. Like, you had stomach issues.
You know how I also, before I even got the fucking blood test, even before, like, I knew because, so for the blood test to know if you're lactose intolerant, they give you this, they take your blood, right? And then you drink this drink. Then every 30 minutes, I think 3 separate times, you're there for like 2 hours, they take your blood in 30-minute increments. When I tell you in those first 30 minutes after I drank that drink, which probably had like lactose enzymes and shit, I had to go to the bathroom almost immediately. I started having the sweats. Like, I was like, oh my God. I'm sitting there in the waiting room. I'm like, you should go to the bathroom. And I like, God bless anyone who went to the bathroom after me. But no, and it was water. Straight diarrhea.
Oh, yeah, you definitely got it.
So I thought I had a gluten allergy, and I was praying to the bread gods that I didn't, because I'm like, listen, if I do have a gluten allergy, I am going to try and be gluten-free for the most part so I can stop suffering.
I mean, everything's gluten-free now, so I don't really think that would be a big issue.
No, it would be. Gluten-free bread tastes like shit. Have you had gluten-free pizza? Shit.
No.
Yeah, it's shit, Mariana. It's shit. So it would be a miserable fucking life for me, okay? I'm not.
No beer?
No fucking beer?
No beer?
You know I love my beer, but I'm not. I don't have a gluten allergy, so I'm safe. But yeah, I prayed. I was like, please for me. But I'm good. Good.
Oh God, that's hilarious. See, ADD, Jen just goes off topic.
What? What are you talking about?
She needs medication for sure, guys. You see that?
I know, but also it's like when you take the medication, it's like my sparkle feels, my light
ignites.
Feels dim. No, it feels dim.
Oh, if you,
when I'm
when
on
you're
the
not.
medication. Yeah. No, when I'm on the medication.
Oh.
Because you're so focused and like I
Oh,
feel like my
okay.
energy levels, right, go down a bit. But also I think one thing with ADHD is that my energy levels really fluctuate. You know, you could be like, blah, 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 1 second, the next second I'm like, oh, I'm exhausted. Yeah, it's like it's exhausting. But so that's why when I was taking Adderall, well, it was off-brand Adderall, whatever, because Adderall's really hard to get like in stock.
Well, because now people who don't need it are pretending that they have ADD or ADHD so that they can have Adderall and sell it.
True, I did get mine from this girl in Astoria for the longest time.
Yeah, because people
And she
are
would sell
getting
it.
addicted to it. It's just like the new Xanax.
I know, but oh god, no, nothing like Xanax. I've actually never even I've taken Xanax to like fall asleep on a plane. I can't believe people were like taking Xanax and drinking for fun.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm out you don't even remember the night. You're out. How is that fun?
Oh, people love that shit.
I don't get it. I really don't understand that part, but whatever, toot his own.
Now it's Adderall. Everyone loves Adderall now. Like when you don't need it, they just like, anyone got Adderall that I could take for the night? It's like, what?
Because you like it hypes you up. Like if you don't have ADHD, it like, gets you, you know. But when I was on Adderall and I would take it like constantly, I kind of would only take it when I need it. Like I was like, okay, today's the day I really need to like get shit done and like focus. Because on the weekends or something, like I wouldn't take it.
No, it's not necessary.
Because it's just like I'm fine. I do love that it suppresses your appetite though.
Oh,
I was taking it as like a dietary supplement for a while. Like I'm like, I'll just lose weight. I did lose a little bit of weight on it when I first started. And I would like take more because I wanted to lose weight.
Why is that? Because it's distracting you from eating?
No, it just like it's like an appetite suppressant a bit. There's like something in there that suppresses your appetite. But then after you get so used to it, if you take it like every day,
it cancels.
Yeah. So if you just take it here and there, you'll go a whole day without eating. Like yeah, it's like Ozempic.
Another mental health that we didn't cover is autism. That's becoming also super common now.
Everyone's on the spectrum.
100%.
No matter what side of the spectrum you're on, everyone's on the spectrum.
100%. You got celebrities now, like Kanye West is on the spectrum.
We all knew that.
His daughter Northwest apparently is on the spectrum.
My boyfriend's on the spectrum.
Officially?
I officially said that he's on the spectrum.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. It's
no,
not
he's like on the low spectrum. I'm just like, but you know, there are certain tendencies and certain things that you can
tell
when someone has a little bit of autism.
The tism.
Oh. Nothing's wrong with that though.
No, and a lot of people with autism function really well being on the spectrum.
And they're super fucking smart.
100%. They like stick to one thing. They know that topic really well. Like I don't even know if they do, maybe they do their research because they're so focused on it.
My man is so good at history.
See?
It's like, when was the Cold War? I'm like, I don't fucking know when the year the Cold War happened. Maybe I'm just dumb. I was like, do you know?
No.
No, right? No.
No, I'm sorry. I can tell you World War II and World War I, but Cold War, I'm sorry.
I can't. No, I'm so bad at history. Put a math equation in front of me. But now that's obsolete too, because you could just ask. I feel like everything is just, I feel like everything is obsolete with ChatGPT, like AI. It's like, who even needs math? Who needs history? You could just fucking
use AI. Yeah. I don't know.
AI.
I just think a lot of people who are autistic, they're just really smart in their own ways. Like I remember in high school, there was a kid who was autistic, and I shit you not, he was the most brilliant person in that whole classroom. Yes, he had his moments where he would have outbursts or whatever the case was, but homie to the T was the smartest guy in that room.
They always are the smartest in the room.
Like, don't underestimate them.
Back in the day when you're like younger in high school, people would like make fun of them.
100%. But you didn't know any better. When you're young, you don't know any better. It's when you start getting older and you start experiencing life a little different, and you're trying not so hard to fit in. You don't really care about what people think.
You just experience, like the older you get, the more life you experience.
Yes.
You know that saying that Kylie Jenner said? You know, it's just, I just want to experience things.
I'm sorry.
It's literally, it's a joke.
She and her whole entire
This is
family.
the life, the time I just want to experience things, you
They
know?
don't know. They don't even know what milk costs. Okay, like Kim
I
and
saw that,
call her
yeah.
daddy doesn't even know what milk costs. Like, I'm sorry, like they cannot relate to us. They are not common people. Kim can relate to us when it comes to her husband having autism and her daughter, but they
And
cannot
her
relate.
husband becoming, I mean, the father of your children being like off the fucking off his rocket. Like he's just
And also,
went
like,
crazy.
her
I
stepdad.
definitely have some sort of sympathy for her in that,
Yeah,
in
and
that
also her
aspect.
stepdad transitioning, you know.
Yeah, Kylie and Kendall, for a second. Kylie and Kendall, you know, having one of your parents transition and, you know, after your whole life.
Which some people, that's
It's
also
hard.
something interesting because when you transition, a lot of people believe that that's a mental disorder that you have as well. Like there's a chemical imbalance in your brain that makes you believe that you were born a different sex and all this stuff. I don't know where I fall in between that. I don't know if that's genuinely like a mental thing or if that's just
I don't know either. I don't think I've done enough research on it to see what if I think it's a mental disorder or not.
Yeah, because some people will say that when kids are really young and they believe that they are born male and want to be female or female and want to be male, like they believe that that is a mental disorder that that kids are going through. And then they also believe that too once you get to a certain age as well. But I'm not too well versed in when it comes to transitioning and where that lies in between like mental health. And I'm not gonna
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch on that topic.
Yeah, and
because I don't know.
I'm not gonna say my opinion on that either because again, like I don't want to
Dig a grave,
or like
maybe
give misinformation about something that I'm not too well versed in, you know?
yeah,
You know, so
same. I don't know.
once
I
the
don't know.
time comes and maybe someone can educate us a little bit more better on that, especially if you've gone through that experience or if you know someone that's gone through that
I would love to
experience.
bring, you know, transgender
Oh
on
my God,
as
the plant's touching me.
I would love to bring on a transgender
100% because that's something
to
that
ask questions that we don't know.
yeah, a lot of people go through that.
Mhm.
And again, like, is that something mentally? Is that just something about like body dysformality, you
Mhm.
know, something along those lines, right?
Who knows?
But I don't know. But mental health is surrounding us everywhere. Some people are medicated, some people
Yeah.
aren't, some people just live it day to day, some people, again, need to be medicated. But it's
Some of y'all need to be fucking medicated, okay?
it's just so common and it wasn't as talked about when we were younger. Now it's more talked about because I just think that the food we eat and the things that we put into our body really takes an effect on us on that way too. Like
100%.
you know, and again, like experiences that you've gone through when you were a kid to
Yeah.
now, and like whatever experiences you're gonna have once you get older, you know,
Mhm.
that also can take a toll on you because you cannot have anything and then develop something.
Yeah, it's super common. I think mental health, you know, mental health disorders are, I don't know the exactly statistics. Didn't you write down some of the statistics?
Yes. So I actually wrote here that globally, mental health is 1.1 billion people in the world suffer from it. Anxiety specifically, because everybody goes through anxiety in some way or some shape, form, whatever, is in between like 359 million in the world. And then depression is also another big thing as well. And that's about roughly 264 million people globally. Now, in the States specifically, mental health is about 59.3 million. Anxiety is about like 19.1% of all the states. I don't know exactly how many people that is. Depression is about 8.3% of the population. So,
But something about it's probably much higher because of the fact that a lot of people, these are from statistics of people who are medicated or have been to therapy. That's where you get the
and are
stats.
documenting it. Not everyone's documenting.
Exactly. Some people go through life depressed, and unfortunately, a lot of them, you know, either commit suicide because they never got help, or even people who do whatever, you know, unfortunately. May they rest in peace. And people with anxiety, they just go their whole lives dealing with it without any sort of help or talking about it with anyone. no matter what mental health issue they're going through, a lot of people don't document it. So it's definitely much higher than that.
And you're right, actually, Jen,
And
because
especially globally too, because there's so much, imagine not having access to certain things in certain countries. So it's definitely probably like double, triple that.
people who don't document it as well and don't take medication for their mental health, they do a lot of substance abuse or
Right.
become addicts in whatever their substance abuse is. And that could be alcohol. It could be smoking weed, cannabis. That could be opioids, tobacco, hallucinogens, and also other forms could be like people can be addicted to gambling and all that stuff. And that's just another way of them to relieve themselves instead of being medicated or medicating themselves, but not properly.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, there's also the epidemic of like porn addiction too.
Yes.
Like a lot of men, women as well, but majority, I forgot what I saw a podcast. I saw something on TikTok that was a clip of like a podcast. I think it was like 80% of men, and this is States, like watch pornography, and it was like 40 is literally half for women. But yeah, a lot of people.
That's high.
It's very high.
Wow.
80% is so fucking high.
That's high. Even the women's high. I didn't even think it was close to 50.
Yeah, 40%.
Wow.
But yeah, there are like you said, there are certain different ways that people cope with some of these things, and some of them could also be porn addiction, and then there's sex addicts. There's all these other things.
Yeah, and we're not blaming people or like shaming people for doing what they do to better themselves or not better themselves, or whatever the case may be, right? Because everybody to each their own. We all learn in our own ways. We all do our own ways.
Yeah, but there are certain ways. I mean, everyone should try and seek help. I know it's definitely easier said than done, but no matter what, addiction or, any sort of mental health, like if you have the resources, I think everyone should at least try if you have the resources, because then you have friends or partners that you literally would ruin their lives.
I mean, if you've ever been to a AA meeting or an NA meeting or any meeting in general,
Very
the
tough.
first thing they tell you, the first step is to admit you have the problem, and because that's the hardest. And
I mean, that's why they have you stand up and like, "Hi, my name's Jen, and I'm an alcoholic." Because
if you can
the
admit
first thing
that.
you can do is say, "Yeah, I have a problem."
Exactly. So again, we're not shaming anyone.
No.
To each their own. Everybody has
their
own
own
steps.
stuff that they go through.
Yeah. Everyone goes through their own steps, and everybody goes through their own ways of dealing with things. And some do it better than others. And that's life.
That's life.
That's life, right? Yeah. And it's just crazy. Then the more older you get, the more you kind of realize life more. It's so strange,
Then
right?
you realize like life really fucking sucks.
Yeah, like sometimes I wish I was a kid again.
Right?
But I wanted to grow
my
up so
God.
fast and be an adult. And now that I'm an adult, I'm like, let's just go back to not having bills, not having responsibilities.
I just want to go back to the time in my life when I didn't know what anxiety was.
or anything.
Like, please.
Like
please.
innocence. So now when I see like a baby freshly born or like growing up below the age of 5 and they are asking all these questions and they have so much like innocence and questions and stuff, I'm just like, please stay this age. Please stay this way.
You have no idea.
Yes. And growing up, you didn't realize that either. You were like, I just want to grow up and have fun. And it's like,
I just want to be 16 to drive a car.
Or I want to be 18.
Bitch, car accidents happen. All right.
Or I want to be 18 smoking a cigarette. Or I want to be 21 so I can go out and drink. It's like,
right.
Pump the brakes.
We all know we were all
bit.
doing that before we even were of age to do so.
Yeah. True. Oof.
But yeah, there are so many ways though to deal, like we were saying, like if you have, like I said, like deal with these mental health issues, if you have resources, either find therapy or medication, go to a psychologist so you can help medicate you, therapy to help talk through your problems, not necessarily medication, but just talk and see where there are different ways for you to cope in a healthy way.
I mean, you could talk to your friends, but your friends, and I'm not shaming our friends either, because your friends are a great source too.
Of course.
But your friends can only help you to a certain extent. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like, they could be there for you and they can help you in ways that they probably went through something similar. But sometimes you just kind of do need professional
Yeah, I
advice.
mean, you could say things, you're like, oh my God, am I being dramatic? And they're like, no, no, you're fine. You're not dramatic. Maybe all along you were actually being dramatic, or like you're being a little crazy. Yeah, you know, so that's why, I mean, obviously having, like you said, having people to talk to in your circle is super important. But if it's to a point where you're like, I need help. And again, if you have the resources, get help. But there's also things that you can do on your own. Like we see here, healthy routines. I definitely think from working out, like a
100%.
routine, working out when it comes to trying to, like, anxiety. Okay, let me go like work out. Or if you're suffering from addiction and you're like thinking about something, it's like, okay, go try and get healthy dopamine or whatever from working out, or just having a schedule so you know what you're going to do. It just helps. For me also with ADHD, like having a schedule, like having a routine really does help me too.
There's also
Yeah.
that saying, like, it's okay not to be okay, right? You're
Right.
not alone.
It's okay to feel your feelings.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay. We all have our feelings.
Feelings are valid. If you need someone to tell you your feelings are valid, I'm telling you right now, your feelings are valid. 100%. You can feel, I mean, unless your feelings are not valid. No, I'm just kidding. But your feelings are valid. Everyone has the right to feel the way that they feel. No one should be telling you how to feel.
There's also hotlines, you know, like sometimes when you watch shows, they tell
all
you
the
at the end
time
of these
I've
shows,
seen.
if you or you know someone who's going through this, you know, go to this website or call this hotline and stuff like that. I don't know them off the bat, but if you're going through something, you know, there are hotlines out there.
There
you
are
know?
people that you can talk to.
Yes, 100%.
You're not alone.
No, you're not. Exactly. It's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
You're not alone in this. It's great, right? That we have that support system.
Ooh, that was kind of heavy. Ending there was a little heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we will soon. Definitely, I think it would be great to start getting guests on here soon, so that when we have certain topics, we'll have someone that we can
who can relate
and
share.
Or exactly. I think that'll definitely be our next project on our podcast. Hopefully sooner than later.
Yes. I mean, the year's about to end soon, so a lot of things are going to be coming up. Me and Jen will be updating stuff. We're thinking about putting our past videos that we've talked about, our past topics on YouTube. So in case you, as our listeners, want to not
see
just
our pretty faces for the full 45 minutes.
Yeah, instead of just seeing snippets of like little things that we talk about, you can get the whole like picture of what we're talking about.
Yeah, have it on in the background while you're getting ready or something, you know?
Yeah, and be with us and
be with us.
Experience
time
this
with
us. Yes, exactly. But a lot of things are changing, and when we do have guests coming on, feel free to reach out to us. Let us know if there's a topic that you want to talk about, and we can incorporate that as well.
Or what do you think or who you think would be a good guest on our podcast for us to like basically interview or just talk to?
Yeah, exactly. We're open to anything.
For literally anything.
Yeah.
Not anything, but anything.
Yeah.
Well, till next time, yappers.
Bye, yappers.